Here we are with Nerdtastic Association, Andrew and me both. Paris still hasn't made a cameo yet, but as we were, I don't know if it'll upload or not, which thing.
It's uploaded actually. Whatever you've already done has been uploaded on to PlayStation Network over Facebook. It's killed it though. Like as soon
I'm
as you went
talking
to play a
about
game, it
onto
killed it.
YouTube.
I don't know. I'll double check that one real quick actually.
And so, oh yeah, waiting on Richard. Uh, Which game you playing, buddy?
I'm not starting one actually because if I start one, I'll probably get yeah, I'll get way too into what I'm doing and not really pay attention to what's being said.
Ah, so you can't multitask like myself.
I mean, I can, just not quite well enough.
Holy crap! I lagged.
Oh yeah, no, it's uploaded. It's got 8 views 18 minutes ago.
Okay.
I guess I'll subscribe to it.
There we are. So yeah, as we were continuing, since technical difficulties,
Yeah.
where were we at?
We were talking about restarting, like whenever you start into a new set list of games or whatever, you got to go through the tutorial again.
Oh yeah.
Which is for people that have been playing for a while is slightly annoying as opposed to people that are new to the game and how it should be optional. You should be able to choose on whether or not it's like, you know, some games do that. Some games start out and they're like, hey, do you want to start the tutorial? And you're like, no, I don't. And then one of the games that I've noticed that doesn't do it is a lot of the MMOs don't do it. Like the MMORPGs, a
Yeah.
lot of them you'll restart a character, you know, like say for instance the first character you
DC.
created, you're not too fond of them. Like maybe just something doesn't click right, maybe they look the wrong way, you know, maybe their power isn't exactly what you expected it to be. You know, maybe their abilities aren't exactly what you expected it to be, depending on the game. You know, maybe you picked a mage because you thought it was going to be cool, and then you realized that you're the type of person that wants to be up close and personal with the battle. Or you picked archery, which again, you're the type of person that wants to be up and close with the battle, but you can only shoot your arrows. You can't actually smack them in the face with a bow. So you know, you restart your character, and then you gotta go do all of that over again, as if creation doesn't take long enough time. Especially now as we progress more, so we're able to like change almost everything about our characters. You know, like just on the face alone, spending hours. Like I gotta get those eyes just right.
Yeah.
I gotta get those lips just right. That nose is just a little off centered. I need to fix that. Crap! Now the bridge is messed up. Now I gotta go fix that. I enjoy it, but it's one of those things. It's like, you know, like, man, that takes me like at least 3 hours just in creation alone, which I don't have a whole lot of time, so I get to create my character, save it, and log out. Like, that's pretty much my start off, and then yeah, no, and then just having to redo the entire beginning over again, even though you've literally just done it with a character that you made previous. Uh, in Elder Scrolls Online, you know, you always start out and they give you the certain people that you got to take out at first, no matter what power you pick, no matter what race you pick. It seems like anyway. And I've created at least 3 different characters on there because I'm like, something just doesn't mesh well, you know? Like, and every time it's always starting in the same spot. I know exactly what I'm doing, but yet the game still feels the need to pause itself to give me the notification of, this is what you need to do. Or, DC Universe Online. Again, you create your character, and then you gotta go through the entire tutorial, and they've made it easier for new players. I guess new players have been having trouble following directions, so they've tried to make it easier.
Yeah.
We used to have like the thing that we had to fly up and into the tubes, and then they were like, well, some people can't figure out how to use their powers, so we'll build this ramp that you can walk up into it. And I guess some people couldn't even figure that out. They got confused and was just like, and so they're like, you know what, we'll just open the door in the back and they'll just go through that. The tubes that way. It's like, oh my god, man, like, because the whole point of the tutorial is supposed to be, you know, at least teach you. You know, like, there are going to be some places that are going to be weird to get to. This is how you get to it. You got to follow your mini-map and everything else. And anybody that's ever played a game like that should know that there's a mini-map and should know that the mini-map is extremely helpful.
I don't think I've ever played a... what?
No, I was just... Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever played a game that didn't have a mini-map, though.
I've played games that didn't have mini-maps before. It's quite, you know, common in a lot of games, like Mario, for instance. We never had a mini-map.
Yes, now I remember.
Yeah.
Super Mario 64, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, there's a lot of games that don't have mini-maps. It's not beyond the realm of weirdness. It's just, you know, any RPGs usually have mini-maps, whether it's MMO or not. Because you got to be able to figure out where you're going. In a huge open world, you definitely need that ability, just to see where something is, what direction you're going. Otherwise, you're gonna get lost.
Oh yeah.
But like, people that have ever played an RPG before should know that or an open world game even is going to help in more ways than one.
Another thing that I
know some people just figure it out.
Another thing that I don't like is one save files. Games that only have one save files.
I haven't had too many issues with that, in all honesty.
Well, I mean, it's like, especially ones that has different roles for different characters.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the point? We would have to restart everything, erase the file that we already have. And what if we liked that file, but we wouldn't try something else at the same time too?
No, can't do it. You gotta stick with that one character you created.
The docks are under attack.
Ah, that made me so mad. Pokemon, for example.
Oh, yeah, because that system that's saved on the cartridge. I mean, which is that's a kind of a huge save for something so small. But even still, man, like, you know, like, okay, cool, I created this, I made this my starter Pokemon. I'm having a bad time, but I don't want to delete this character because I've unlocked so many different people. But I want to start over and see if it would have been different had I chosen a different one. What happens if I chose? I'm gonna throw it back, way back here. What happens if I chose Squirtle instead of choosing Charizard or Bulbasaur? Because I don't know too many of the newer ones, so you know what I mean. Like, what happens if I did that instead? So you go to create the new one and find out that it's already erased your one that you had set up and you were doing, you know, you got pretty far with. But now they at least ask you, like, are you sure you want to do this? It'll erase your save data from before.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that yet.
Is there anything else that you can think of that's extremely frustrating in video games?
Not right off the top of my head, not
This
anything
is
that we haven't
also
already covered.
this is also part of lag, but more specifically lag hits, such as with DC. Whenever you're going somewhere and you're flying over enemies, it doesn't say that they're hitting you, but then like 3 minutes later, you're getting hit and you're almost dead because of it.
Actually, now that you bring that up, some MMOs have better abilities than others. Occasionally, depending on the ones that you play, like if there's an attack that is being made, um, whereas some of them you can dodge and it'll effectively work, whereas others it'll be like, nope, they still hit you.
Oh, I hate that so much.
Even though you've really gotten out the way and you've had the time to get out the way, it definitely hits you though. Definitely took damage of something that was on the other side of the screen.
That or whatever. This is coming back to stuff like Call of Duty or Battlefield, anything that's FPS wise. Whenever you shoot somebody and it says that you missed even though you were directly on them, and yet they shoot 3 feet away from you and yet still get a one hit, one kill thing.
Yeah, that kind of goes in with lag spike though too, depending on what you're playing on though, because some systems had dedicated servers, whereas other ones use compensation, more or less. So like say somebody else is lagging, they'll actually slow you down, or vice versa, in order to compensate for them because they're having some difficulties. Which is, I mean, I understand why they're doing it. They want to make the game fair, but at the same time, it sucks that I have somebody that's not there in front of me for like a couple seconds, and then all of a sudden dead, and it shows somebody that's in front of me what seems like forever. Like, yeah, no, this dude was not in front of me whenever I died. But maybe that's just because I'm lagging hella hard. But I've had that happen before. Like somebody snuck up behind me and like, I have my headset on. I heard absolutely nothing. Or knifing. You ever get knifed by somebody that's 3 feet away from you?
Yes. Actually, I've done that to somebody before. Even I called myself out on that. I was like, dude, what the heck? I wasn't even near you.
Right, it's like, it makes no sense. This person is on the other side of the room. I pull my knife and they die. Like, it like shows me lunge at them from like 5 feet away. And then even still, I'm not actually close enough where my knife would legitimately do any real damage to him. But, compensation, man.
Yeah, just might get close enough to maybe cut off a ponytail or something.
Right. But, yeah, man. Well, yeah, excuse me. That's all I have. I can't, just simple stuff that game-breaking glitches, like I said, look cool, and then all of a sudden, you crash. Oh man, that skeleton's stuck inside the wall. Oh, now I have a blue screen. That explains why that skeleton was in the wall then. And I've encountered glitches in just basic games like actually I was going over my my videos and stuff, and I found this one that I had saved because I stabbed this person, right?
Yeah.
And they literally like turned around, looked at me, kind of like held their hands up like what, and then fell over dead. Like I stabbed them in the neck. They turn around and they kind of look at me, and I'm like, but I die. And they just kind of like fell over. It was like their top half died before their legs did. Like they just kind of like looked at me, and then like the body slumped forward and did like this full like touch your toes scenario, and then the legs dropped.
Oh, that. So it's like a knife, 30 seconds later. Come on, dude. I knifed you. Just die.
Right. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm laughing because I was like, what? What is going on? I really thought I was about to lag out. Like, I thought, like, you know, nothing, like, I was like, okay, obviously I killed somebody. They're staring at me even after, like, I did that. And then they finally just, like, keeled over. And I'm like, I'm done. This is weird. Oh, actually, I got one more thing, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a couple more things. Because, like, as we talk, I remember more things that I absolutely hate in video games. Just, you know, stuff like undeserved feels. You know, like they try to thrust those, like, you should feel bad for this character.
Dying Light.
And it's like, yeah, like in Dying Light, or there's several games that do that. They're just like, feel bad for this character. It's like, but they had no character progression, like, whatsoever. I talked to them twice. Why am I supposed to feel bad? Or what was the other one? Undeserved jump scares.
Dying Light.
like, well, no, like stuff that, like, it doesn't even scare you, but, like, you know that it's there to try and get somebody that's, like, nervous. You know, like, they're going into this game that is scarier than what they're used to playing, and then, like, jump scare after, and it gets some people, but it's like, deserve my fear right now for this game, let alone trying something as shady as that. Like, why would you do that? Like, what happened to our actual scary games that just made you afraid to walk through into the next room? You know, not because you were afraid of getting jump scared, just because you're afraid of what you're actually going to end up seeing.
Ah, crap.
Oh man. So what this one? Just because, you know, I'm a curious.
Do what?
What'd you end up naming this one?
Oh, the second video?
Yeah.
The same thing. Whatever I get done, I'm gonna redo it, give it a part 1 and part 2 thing.
Gotcha. I forgot what you named it though.
Oh, Frustration Within, or talking about the channel.
No, I know the channel name.
Okay. Yeah, no, the title of it is called The Frustration Within.
Yeah, I see it. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm gonna... Cause I've just been sitting there staring at my screen on the PlayStation. Now I'm actually gonna watch you play so I can tell you everything that you're doing wrong. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch you anymore because now I can actually hear my voice through...
Do what?
What I'm saying down there. No, I started watching it, like, and then all of a sudden I could hear my voice through the stream.
Yeah.
Which made it so much harder to watch because it's like I now have my voice inside my head while I'm trying to say anything. Throwing me off. Like halfway through that, you said what? And I'm like, wait, hold on. Do I need to restart saying what I was saying, or did he like? Is that part of the video? Yeah, remind me not to ever do that again.
Oh crap! No, not you. You.
Well, you remember when I was streaming at one time, like, nobody could comment. I couldn't see anybody's comments.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I couldn't. So, like, everything had to be force-fed to me through my phone. And so, like, usually there's a lag whenever you're doing the live streaming anyway. It's just, like, a couple seconds. For some people, it's, like, you know, a good 30 seconds to a minute and a half. depending on how good the connection is. But it's one of those things that's like, okay, guys, what do you think of this? And I'd be like waiting, and it would just like seem like forever, which would in turn make the stream seem even longer. Which, I mean, I guess it worked for whenever we were reading certain things.
So, anything else that you find fairly frustrating?
No, actually, I can't think of much.
Okay, well, for whoever does watch this stuff, let's see here. Let's have a little spoil for next week. What do you think the subject should be for next week? We shall talk about it.
I have no idea. Not a clue.
If you want, we can do something music-wise. No, I do what?
I said that's up to you, man. Like,
no, it's not up to me. This is a group thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Wow, I can have my I can have 80 minutes of video time on this. I don't think I need that much.
But yeah, I know something.
What?
Crap. I know that it's a subject about movies. Oh, yeah. The hypocrisy of movies, such as, like I said, this is going to be a little spoiler for hypocrisy for movies, such as people hating Batman vs. Superman because people die in it, and then people loving Captain America Civil War, but yet people die in it.
Yeah, I can see that. It's one of those, it's kind of stupid, you know?
Yeah. We could do that for next week.
Sounds good to me. Maybe we can actually get people on board with it.
Yeah, for once.
And I'm not gonna say anything about, the other two. I'll give them a hard time though. Like, ooh, so long.
So yeah, there it is, folks, for next week. We have your next video. This is Weston and Andrew, so everybody have fun.